Hi everyone, this is Naren Saif with MS. I am Naren, and of course, it's time for a Soulful Saturday. And this Soulful Saturday, I wanted to talk about something that does happen to us from time to time, and that, of course, is what happens when we are out of the count, right? What happens, like, as you know, right now, I am recovering from a small little a small little infection, which kind of also turned into a ligament tear, or at least there was a ligament tear hiding underneath it. And as a result, for I think about 2 weeks, I haven't been able to do much besides, put my leg up and, ice my foot. Now, there, of course, the one thing that I absolutely love about being in this condition is, not having to move around. But um, the other part, which I definitely realize now, is that there are so many things I could be doing, so many things I want to do, but I'm just missing it on the fact that, I'm just stuck at home. And when I think about that, and I think about the fact that that is the case every day, even when I am, not sick or injured, I realize that then, I'm there by choice, right? I'm at home by choice, or because I have something to do. But over here, when I do have the ability to maybe travel, maybe do something that is slightly different, I don't. And it's, I'm just here. But with that being said, I actually thought about this. I think it's definitely worth thinking about that when you're in this condition, when you're in a condition where you can't go out, leave the house, do anything really. What is, and usually because you're either sick or injured, what are things you miss, right? I mean, this one, it's a 2 week thing, but I remember back in 2017, I had actually fractured my ankle and I was stuck at home for 6 weeks. And I remember during these 6 weeks that, there were so many things that so many people were doing. And because it was a different world back then, I was also pretty active as a result. And I just remember being, wanting to do things, wanting to go out, you know, have, like, go to a restaurant or go do something, really, like engage in some kind of outdoor activity, even if it's just something like swimming. And I wasn't able to do that because, I had fractured an ankle. I mean, even right now, granted, my infection has healed, so there's no issue for me going into the pool. But you know I definitely do know that, people will not have a good time listening to me say that I actually went to the pool, um, to take a swim. So yes, I mean that the one thing that, one one thing that I definitely know is that when, you only start missing certain things when they're not present, right? There are songs about that as well. But I think the best way to really summarize it, when you're stuck at home and it's not your choice, then suddenly the outside seems a lot better of an option. Seems a lot better of a place to be than, stuck inside at home like I am right now. So that is my little Soulful Saturday today. Of course, I know this is a little late, but yesterday, did have a friend over, did end up you know, did end up, having a lot of things to talk about. So as a result, it became a little too late at night to actually record this video. So hopefully you do have certain things, certain thoughts, certain insights, certain experiences to give yourself so that we can get this conversation started. And with that said, this is Naren Inside with MS. I am Naren. Of course, here's hoping that your weekend is going very well. And with that said, um, I do wish you a good night, sweet dreams, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, which is actually later today, but bye.